As momentum continues to build behind Kamala Harris, Donald Trump's plan to steal the election kicks into high gear. Welcome to the No Spin Zone. Graphs Grievances begins right now. Since losing re-election 4 years ago, Donald Trump and his supporters have rather covertly worked to rig the upcoming presidential election. Instead of trying to reform their MAGA movement to expand its appeal beyond a minority of Americans, Trump has overseen a coordinated effort by Republicans across the nation to create chaos at the ballot box this November. After voters go to the polls in any election, the votes must be counted and a winner declared. This routine, uneventful process is generally known as canvassing and certification. But over the past 4 years, election officials who back Trump have reportedly hatched a plan to not certify election results that do not favor Donald Trump. According to Rolling Stone, at least 70 pro-Trump county election officials will play a role in certifying the vote in nearly every battleground state this fall, which means that if Trump does not win a key swing county in one of these battleground states, Trump backing election officials might refuse to certify Harris's win in that jurisdiction. This move would throw the outcome of the state's election results into doubt and prevent Congress from counting the electoral votes on January 6th and certifying the winner of the presidency. This is the chaos that Trump wants, because not only does he care nothing about America, but his juvenile conception of the world means that if he can't win, no one can. Earlier this month, the State Board of Election in Georgia, a key battleground state, passed a new rule making it easier for county election officials to delay or refuse certification of election results. And while refusals and delays of certification have previously not been held up in court, multiple counties refusing to do so in November could prove very problematic, igniting the type of conspiracy theories that in the past have resulted in violence by Trump supporters.
A lot of my people, a lot of the MAGA, as they call them, but the base, and I think the base is 75% of the country, far beyond the Republican Party, because we're a party of common sense, and I'm a person of common sense.
That was Trump just a few weeks ago, falsely asserting that his supporters, the MAGA as he calls them, represent 75% of the country. Yes, you heard that right. Trump claims 75% of Americans support him. And while that is obviously not true, Trump barely won 70% of Republican primary voters and lost to Joe Biden by more than 7 million votes in 2020. Trump is pushing this outrageous lie because he wants to convince his supporters that there is absolutely no way he can fairly lose in November. And therefore, when he does lose to Kamala Harris, he wants his supporters to feel so angry and cheated that they consider, and perhaps do, launch an attack on an American institution. So while this is all very bleak, there are a few things you can do to help defend American democracy heading into November. Without a doubt, Democrats turning out in record numbers across the nation to vote for Vice President Kamala Harris will certainly help beat back Trump's lies. It will be far more difficult for Trump and his miscreants to plausibly claim fraud and delay certification if Harris defeats Trump by a landslide. And if you can, volunteer as a poll worker in your community. While you will likely not be in charge of counting the votes, just having a presence to oversee the fairness of the process could prove critical to stopping false claims of fraud, especially in battleground districts. But perhaps most importantly, don't allow yourself to fall into despair. That plays right into Trump's dirty hands. Thank you for watching Graph's Grievances. Let me know what you think. Please like, subscribe, share, and join me in the next one.